He makes dumb jokes while he shoots his guns. Major Slack is lots of fun.
Major Slack Attack.
Hey, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. This is Gamer Slack down there in the trenches behind the gun, and MC Dub Slack here in the rear with the gear on the microphone for the final boss fight of Dead Space Remake. Okay, off you go, Gamer Slack. I've got everything ready. One change I made here, I decided to go without the plasma cutter. This is kind of the fifth wheel in this boss fight, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Dump off the plasma cutter. I'm just going to go with the contact beam, the force gun, and the pulse rifle. And the contact beam is going to be doing all the heavy lifting with the final boss. And the force gun is going to handle the necromorphs that spawn in the middle of the boss fight and start swarming you. And then the pulse rifle is going to be for that final bit where you get the tentacle grabs you and starts flailing you about, and you have to shoot that little blob, the yellow blob there, to make him free you. So that's what all those are for. And I'm just moving some more force gun ammo into my inventory. By the way, everything I have in storage will be carried over to New Game Plus, so nothing is going to waste here. Somebody mentioned something like, I better hurry up and spend all that ammo or use all that ammo, because implying that it might go to waste. No, none of it goes to waste. It all gets carried over to New Game Plus, and you get to retrieve it at the first store when you play New Game Plus after completing Chapter 1. There is a stasis recharge station. I just pointed that out so you can refill your stasis there. I won't be using stasis much in the final boss fight. Maybe once or twice for the necromorph swarm. And in here you probably want to pick up, well, not probably, you will want to pick up a power node and some other loot. And I just want to sell that flamethrower ammo. I have no idea why the game fed me flamethrower ammo. I don't have a flamethrower on me. Okay, so as you see, I got lots of meds. The only time I really plan on taking damage is when I run through the acid spray, which is part of my strategy. Everything else I can pretty much avoid damage. Sometimes when the tentacle starts slamming, I miss some of those, but alright, so start off with the contact beam, and out we go. Other way, Slack. Over there, attaboy. Alright, here we go, big cutscene.
Last warning, Isaac. I mean it.
Daniels! The hive mind. Grab my hand!
Isaac, please.
Alright, here we go. Final boss, Hive Mind. And here the game developers are using that cheap trick of spinning the camera around just before a boss fight to disorient you. And you gotta shoot the yellow blobs. Best weapon for the job is the contact beam. Got one already. And then what I'm doing now is strafing back and forth because the Hive Mind is going to be throwing all kinds of attacks at you. Starting with the acid balls. Probably could have shot 2 of the yellow blobs in the first go. I'm not too worried too much about taking damage because I got tons of meds. There, I got another yellow ball or yellow blob on the Hive Mind. One left. Basically, you want to stay near the back. It's the best way to avoid the acid balls. Now should come the Necromorph Swarm. Here they come. For this, force gun all the way. And lots of gravity wells. Don't take any chances. Pop out a gravity well. Just lay in the force gun. My force gun is fully upgraded, by the way, for those of you who have not been following the walkthrough. Likewise with my contact beam and the pulse rifle, fully upgraded. Okay, that's the Necromorph Swarm. Back to the contact beam. Now he's going to start with the tentacle slams. Best way to avoid the tentacle slams is to strafe quickly back and forth. And now I'm going to shoot all these yellow blobs in the center. So after he like recoils, he's going to start with the tentacle slams. So basically I'm just strafing back and forth. I don't even try to guess where it is. Oh yeah, and there's also this acid spit. And I'm just strafing back and forth in between. Eventually you see me purposely run right through the acid spit. I do that because like I just want to reposition myself strategically. And like I said, I know I can afford to do it because I have lots of meds. So I'm just checking out to make sure the acid spit is gone. I'm going to go over this side because you tend to have more room on this side. Okay, so just strafing back and forth. He can rarely hit you with the tentacle slams as long as you continually strafe back and forth like this. See, they're all missing. I tried using the contact beam rather, alternate fire in this fight. I found it a lot more effective to just use the regular fire. So the alternate fire does a lot more damage. You can like wipe out those yellow blobs on the hive mind instantly, but and there you see I went purposely through the acid because I wanted to. I'm doing it again, so I want to go over this side. I'm just healing up to kind of like, you know, compensate. As you see, there's more room on this side to strafe back and forth. I think probably if you're playing on the console and your aim is not that good, I'd probably go with the regular fire, the contact beam as well. Okay, continually strafing back and forth. One left. As soon as you destroy it, switch over to the pulse rifle. I just test fire to make sure it was full. And then he grabs you, and then you gotta shoot the final little yellow blob while he flails you about wildly. And that's it. You beat the game. and a ton of goodies. Which is another reason why I abandoned the plasma cutter, to make more room in my inventory.
Isaac, it's me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I wish I could just talk to someone.
And there we go. Beat the game. Final credits rolling. Music is turned off because there is frequently copyright issues with the music in the final credits of a video game. That's it. That's it for Dead Space Remake. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for watching. Coming up next is Resident Evil 4 Remake. I've finally got it downloaded. I've been busier than a rented donkey lately with other projects. In case you don't know, I have another channel, Major Slack Videos, where it's dedicated to Elden Ring. I'm always, just assume I'm always working 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, producing videos for both my channels, okay? So it's never like, if you're waiting several days for new videos to come out, it's not like I'm not working or I'm slacking off, pun intended. I'm always working working like a dog. Yeah, so at this point, I have it downloaded and fully tested. I made sure it's walkthrough friendly. And this is a nice feature with the credits. You can actually fast forward them. Yeah, it's fully tested, walkthrough friendly, so it's just a matter of playing the game. I haven't played the game in 12 years. I did the original when it first came out. I did a complete walkthrough of it then. A lot of you remember that, Resident Evil 4, but I haven't played it literally in 12 years, so I've forgotten everything. And here you go. Here's what you get at the end of Dead Space Remake. 50,000 credits, 10 power nodes. And you saw what it is. And New Game Plus gets unlocked. And you can start New Game Plus simply by going to the main menu and clicking on New Game Plus, and it will start New Game Plus. You'll start with the armor that you had at the end of the game, and you won't start with any weapons, but when you pick up the plasma cutter for the first time in chapter 1, it will be upgraded to the point that you had at the end of the game. All the other weapons and all the other ammo and whatnot can be reacquired from your storage in the first store that you encounter at the end of chapter 1. So basically you have to play through chapter 1 and get to the first store before you can get all your stuff back. But you get all your stuff back, like I said. Everything that you had at the end of the game, you get back. So nothing really goes to waste. And here I'm just going to load a save that I made for demonstrational purposes in New Game Plus to show you the store where you can pick up all your stuff again, and to show you the new suit, because you get awarded the right to buy I think it's the top level advanced level 6 rig, which looks totally badass. This is what it looks like. Unfortunately, they don't give you any more inventory slots. It's still the same, still 30 inventory slots, but you now have 30% armor. And I'm gonna have to run back to the store. I thought the store was here. Here I know what I did here. I played through to the point where I could get the kinesis module, because I wanted Isaac to be like fully equipped with everything. Because as you know, you only get the kinesis module at the beginning of chapter 2. Not that way, select the other way. There, go there. Go there. No. Go the other, there, yeah. Oh yeah, and all your security clearances have been wiped out. So it's back to 0 now. That's one thing that does not carry over. So you have to collect all the security clearances and the master override and everything again as you play through New Game Plus. But all your weapons are upgraded to the point where you left off, and all your ammo and everything, you get it all back. New enemies, not new. Basically the game throws late game enemies at you right away. Like right in chapter 1, it's throwing armored slashes at you and whatnot. It's pretty wild. Like, it's New Game Plus, it's like it's no walk in the park. Because here I'm showing you, this is the first story you encounter at the end of chapter 1. Go to your storage and there's all your stuff. This is from another New Game Plus save that I made during a practice run. Right, so there you go. That's New Game Plus, and that is it for Dead Space Remake. Like I said, Resident Evil 4 Remake is coming up next. I want to thank you all very much for watching. And if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, and I'll see you for Resident Evil 4 Remake. Like I said, as soon as humanly possible. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.